Opus 117, number 1 in E-flat major, the Intermezzo in E-flat by Brahms. I'll begin by first playing for you the main phrase, the first main phrase, about 15 seconds of music or so. And then I'll start from the top. I'll take it apart, show it to you bar by bar, note by note, and give you all the tools you need to pull it off yourself, to learn it yourself. Here's what the music sounds like. Let's begin with that. And then we begin again. All right. What we'll begin with is the left hand, just the notes. And there are some complications, some compositional tricks that the composer used to hide the downbeat. And I'll show you that as we go forward. But to start, let's have a look at the notes first. We are in E-flat major, and we start in E-flat major. 6/8 time. 5 on the E-flat below. And then 1 and 2, 3 times. And then again, same thing. Again, don't worry about the counting and rhythm for now, just the notes will do. Next, a nice low, juicy G. Same notes above, but add a G in the pinky, octave below. 3 of those. And then a 4 or a 5 or both. B flat. 1 and 5. Thumb travels up to A flat. Bottom note repeats. And we resolve to E flat major. 1 of 3. Take a few moments and learn the notes. And here it is with the counting. What you're going to notice here is that all of the bass notes begin on an upbeat. It sounds completely as though the downbeats are the bass notes, but this is not the case. And this is what I mean, and you'll see how this fits into the right hand, how he's sort of hiding the downbeat, how he's hiding the first beat of every bar. So to count this out, the first note is a pickup. So since we have 6 beats per bar, 6/8 time, we have then the following counts. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your first main phrase. Now the right hand. The hands begin at the same time. The first thing I want you to notice is how simple and plain spoken the melody is. The melody is just not bad, right? Not much to it. But what you'll notice is the melody is in between, in the middle of everything. We can say that there are 3 layers in this piece. You can argue more, but let's say for the sake of simplicity that there are 3 layers. You have the bottom. We can collapse all that into 1 layer. The right hand, we have the melody, which I showed to you a moment ago, right? But at the same time, we have these E-flat bells that flank the melody. Just like a very gentle ding. So the fact that the melody is in between these E-flats, in between these bells, means that the technique you have to employ to pull this off is a little different than what you're used to. Usually, the highest layer is the melodic layer, and that's the one that has to be brought out. And if you've played a piano for any length of time, that you probably have those intuitions and you've already learned some technique required to pull that off. Like that's just the kind of default. The top layer tends to be the loudest, and most people play that way. Since the melody now sits in between these, this, I guess, upper and lower layer, we have to kind of account for that. The melody has to sit above everything, while the supporting cast, right, of harmony, the bells up above and the bass line below, all of that is sort of quieter, but still supportive of the melody. So that's the first thing you have to think about. The melody sits in the middle, not at the top. The second thing is, when you play this piece, it sounds just the melody. If I were to play just the melody for you, you'd have. It sounds exactly as it is, as it's written, right? That this is the downbeat. This is the downbeat, right? This is the downbeat. And if that were the case, and it is, then if the composer wanted the audience to feel that, to really have the sense that, okay, we have a pickup leading to a downbeat, well, then the bass note would align with the downbeat. Now it feels like a regular, like the way a regular upbeat pickup note should feel, right? 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 1, 2, so on and so forth. That's what it would normally sound like. But the composer did something a little different. He offset the left hand, as you've seen, to make it so that the bass note actually aligns with the pickup note. So it aligns here, which really hides the downbeat, right? On the one hand, your ear gravitates towards the bass note and sort of feels, all right, well, this is clear to the downbeat, right? Since the strong beat is on a low note, that's regular, so it should be the downbeat. But it's not. The bass note aligns with the pickup. That's worth noting because as you're learning this, it's going to sound that is going to sound a little off kilter as you're learning this. You'll have the intuition and maybe a compulsion to align with this note, right? Instead of what it is in actuality, which is the pickup aligning with the bass. Sounds a little wonky, right? But that's how it is. Okay, so that being said, let's have a look at what the right hand is up to. We begin with a 2 on a pickup, octave E flat. This is the bell as well as the melody, right? There's an overlap between the melody. Right, that's the melody, right? On that first top E flat, we have an overlap between the melody and the E flat bells. 4, connect the 4 to a 3, and then the bells come in at the same time as well. I'll lift the bells, keep the 3, and connect the 3 to 2, and the bells replay. Watch again. As you can see, I'm making quite an effort to make sure that everything that is not the melody is subdued and like 40% quieter. So you'll have to do a little bit of work to make sure that happens. I've created some technique videos to show exactly how I would go about working on and learning how to voice. And this is a matter of voicing. Usually it's the top that's being voiced. In this case, it's the middle voice that's being voiced. So far, so good, right? Next, lift everything. The next melody is the following. So that's 3, 2, 1. Lift. 1 on E flat. And then connect to 2 on G. And a 3 on B flat. Once you have that down, you can add the bell. So that is 3 is the melody, 5 and 1 the bell. Thumb arrives on F, and it's just the pinky that remains for the bell part. Thumb drops. 5, 2. Again, pinky is the bell. And the last one, 5 and 1 are the bell. What you'll notice here is that I'll make every effort to connect to the melody. That's one of the main things that'll keep it floating above everything, right? It'll keep the melody coming out. As soon as you start to, to separate out the notes and they're no longer connected, it's very easy to have it just kind of disappear into the thick of things, into the thick of the harmonies. So 3 connects to 2, connects to 1. 1 to 1 we can't connect, so we lift, play, connect 1 to 2 and 5, lift the pinky, and connect to 3. And 5 and 1 are the bell. With the pedal. Put that together with the left hand. All the bells align with the left hand. That's a nice, it's an important thing to note. Together. Together. Alone. Together, together. Lift everything but the 3 and connect the 3 to 2. Lift everything now. Next. Together. Connect that to the 1 on F. Lift on its own. And then with the bell, the right hand, in the right hand, the left hand comes in. Together and together. There you have it. Stitch it up a little better. See the way I'm trying my utmost to make sure that the melody comes out? That's the most difficult part of this opening sequence. All of that can be under one pedal. It's all in E flat major with some melodic sort of non-chord tones, but in general, you're in E flat major and you can play all of that under one pedal. If you find that to be too messy, you can feel free to change the pedal on the bass note. Okay, from then on we move into the next section, and that one we'll cover in the next part of the tutorial. As I do these things, I always spend a lot of time on the first few lines because that's where the bulk of what will be technically necessary in this piece has to be described. Once you have a good sense of the first line or two and the technique necessary, I can kind of speed things along as we move further and further into the piece. But just so you know, for now, that's why I'm taking my time here, making sure that I get all the technical pieces in play so that you can manage this and have it sound correct, have it sound beautiful and elegantly pieced together. All right, let's go to the next section. I'll see you in just a moment.